Warning. The following show is not fit for children, sheep, Klingons, or the Welsh. For the rest of you, it might still be a bit much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to week 2 of the Adventure Bastards. Minor improvements this week. I've got a microphone for this bit, so the audio is going to sound slightly better here, but then it's still going to sound tinny and a bit rubbishy for the rest of the adventure. But that will be fixed soon. As soon as we finish this adventure, all the subsequent stories will sound a lot better. Everything will be much better. And, you know, we're still getting into this. I feel like we're still improving as we roleplay, as we do this. We're all beginners here. Especially this week, you're going to start noticing that I definitely make some mistakes with the rules about healing and things like that. But we'll get better. We'll all get into it. So cut us a bit of slack. So we're going to get back into it in a second. When last we left the investigators, they'd finished their pre-investigation about the Corbett house, and they were heading over there now to finally start finding out what's actually going on there. Also, Kinreal and Cheryl have got nice new suits, so that's nice, isn't it? So it's the next morning, and I forgot what's his name. Is it Mr. Knott's on the phone with Cheryl, asking what's going on. He wants to know what progress you guys have made.
So what does Cheryl say?
Sorry, what?
Is he on the phone right now?
He's on the phone right now. He's basically like, what's going on? It's been a day. Have you guys done anything?
Get Kinreal on the line here. He's charming.
I thought Cheryl would
inform him.
Well, no, Cheryl's asking you what to tell him.
What?
Just say we've researched the property, brought up a lot of information about who used to live there. A case of weird, what's the word on it?
We suspect
weird situational circumstances happening in the property in the past, and also that there may in fact be a dead body in there, possibly.
Oh, okay. He's kind of impressed. He's basically like, oh, that's more than I expected. I'll leave you guys to get on with it. Are you going to go see the place today?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We'll get there. We'll fucking get there, mate. I'm not on the phone. I'm saying it in the background. Only Kinreal can hear me.
Okay. Well, he's happy. He's happy that you guys are making progress, but he's just checking up on you. He's anxious. He's anxious. He wants to get this place rented.
Wait,
so.
let me double check. Did he not give us $25 at the start?
He did. Yeah. I haven't spelled that up yet, but that is around. That's floating about. Cheryl's like holding on to it at the moment.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Right. So what are you guys going to do? Do you want to head to the neighborhood where the house is, or do you want to do any more investigating? Or
Cheryl got a suit yet?
Oh no, that's not going to arrive yet. I mean, it wasn't a first thing delivery. You did catch the guy at the end of the day.
I'm just asking.
Tell Cheryl to expect a suit.
I like how you got Cheryl a tailored suit, yet you bought a $10 one.
No, he didn't. He got her.
I got her a $5.
He got a $5 suit, but it still has to be delivered.
Why didn't we take it with us last night? Why didn't we just take it?
I don't know why you didn't take it.
Don't know.
That's ridiculous.
Anyway,
moving on.
It'll be a good surprise if we make it back alive.
Can you send a note to the tailor to take it out of? Cheryl will pay the bill.
You've already paid. You've already paid for it.
We already paid, man. Yeah, I've already paid. I know.
To the house.
Okay.
To the house.
Okay, so you don't arrive straight at the house. You arrive at the neighborhood where the house is. It's mostly it's all like sort of new office buildings there. It's the house is, if anything, it's a bit strange because all around it's all these brand new office buildings that have cropped up, and sort of nestled between them is this old place with all trees still around it. It's like totally out of place. The only other thing around here, apart from the house and the office buildings, is a little sort of news vendor, cigarette vendor place, and that's the area.
I think we should have a look in the cigarette vendor's place. If it's been here a long time, they might know something.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
And if not, I can get a cigarette.
Who's going to talk to him?
What one?
I guess I'll talk to him, Mr. Chandler himself.
Yeah, he's in the suit. We'll hang back.
I'm in the suit.
Just in earshot.
Give me.
Can we do that? Can we hang back just out of earshot?
Give me a D 100 and a D8.
And a D8.
That's your bonus, mate.
But are we going with us three are stood just out?
Yeah,
just
you
in
guys are
earshot,
standing
like,
back slightly. He's seen you though. He's seen you. You know.
Yeah, we don't want to cramp his style in that suit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
2.
So I'm
Is that-
taking.
Oh, it's only a D8.
I'm minusing it.
I don't know
so-
what's going on.
So anyway, that's that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just checking how much he likes you. Oh, he pretty much he quite likes you quite a lot actually. He is the guy smiles. He's like, hey, how's it going, man? So you know, he's like, what do you want? Do you want a newspaper? Do you want a cigarette? What do you want?
Hey, can I get a cigarette?
Yeah, sure. That'll be $1
He's a
for a
dollar.
pack. For a pack, you know. He's not giving you individual cigarettes.
Oh,
I'm changing your.
so you've been here long? You kept up business?
Oh yeah, I've worked here most of my life. I was this was my my dad's place, and I worked here since I was a kid. And kind of you know, I grew up here. Well, I used to live around here before it was all offices, but you know what it's like. You know, progress and all that.
Oh yeah, like we're actually under. Oh fuck! I forgot the name of the house.
Corbett.
You've got a sheet of paper with it on, man.
Not the Corbett house. Man, it was sheet of paper.
Oh no, it's on sheep.
Yeah, that is the Corbett house, right? Yeah, I was like, I've got me and my girlfriend. We're interested in the Corbett house and moving, and you don't know anything about that house, do you?
Oh man, I would not be moving in there if I were you. That place is cursed. Like, you know, there's a lot of nice places and a lot of nice areas. I wouldn't move in around here.
No. What makes you say that?
Well, you know, I used to know the Macario family. They moved in a few years ago. They seemed like a nice couple. Everything seemed peachy. I thought, you know, it's good. Maybe they'd do the place up. It wouldn't seem such a horrible eyesore on the place. And like, it took about 1 year before they got they had to send the father to the sanitarium just down the road. I mean, that was rough. That was pretty rough, especially for the wife and kids.
Oh, it sounds pretty horrible.
Yeah, you don't want to be part of that.
Do you know anything about the illness? The illness.
Illness?
Ask about
Yeah, well, what? The sanit... Hang on.
Let's walk over and join the conversation.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, hey
Guys, have
guys.
some cigarettes.
Hey guys, these friends of yours, I take it?
Cheers.
These friends of your wife?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, these are friends of my wife.
Well, you know, I've seen students. I know what you guys are like. So what's up? What are you guys doing around here?
Do you know anything about
We're helping him
illness?
look at the place.
What illness?
Yeah, I'm getting a professional opinion.
Yeah, I've heard some stuff. There's been some illnesses going around. I don't know if have you ever come down with anything yourself?
Hey man, I smoke 20 a day. I'm as strong as an ox.
Bad for your health, you know.
What? What do you mean bad for your health? Cigarettes are the greatest invention ever.
I'll prove it wrong one day.
Okay.
Yeah, Julian, you're crazy.
You got some weird friends.
Yeah, I know.
And how old
I haven't
are you,
even
sir?
said
How long
anything.
have you been here?
Sorry, what?
How old are you, sir?
How old am I? That's a rude question. None of your damn business. That's how old I am.
I'm sorry. No trouble.
Okay.
Right, before we got, mate, we heard that someone has been very ill in that house. You obviously know about it because you think that place is fucked up. So we just want to know what kind of illness is it? What happened to him?
Look, the only kind of illness I know
must
coming
know,
out of
you've
that
been here
house,
ages.
the only illness I know coming out of that house is mental illness. Like I talked about the Macarios. The father was only the start of it. Like he was a wreck within a year, but it was only a few months later that his wife had to join him at the mental institution. I mean, I feel sorry for the kids, but at least they got out of there. They got out of there in one piece.
The
Right,
kids
and-
still alive? Do you know where they could be found?
Have you got the name of them? Surname?
I mean, well, the Macario family, but I mean, I don't know the kids' names. I wasn't that close. The parents bought cigarettes off me, bought newspapers, but I didn't get close to the kids' mind.
Oh,
And how long ago was this?
he's clean.
This was, I guess, a couple of years back, I guess.
Right, so they're still kids. Alright, no worries.
Right, no, thank you for your time, sir.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
Thanks.
Enjoy the cigarettes.
Thank you. Right, so,
In a bit.
what do you intend that we should do?
What's Johnny waving for? Is he waving goodbye?
Zoom to the vendor.
We're just gonna have to go in, aren't we?
Yeah, YOLO.
We don't have anything. We don't know what could be in there. There could be crazy kids running around.
Right, we are
I'm
professionals.
thinking the worst.
Let's just go in there, have a look. First sign of trouble, we'll bail out, and we'll go back in with more info.
Can you
Guys, why don't we
describe
go
firstly
talk
how
to,
it
like,
looks
a
from
neighbor?
the outside?
Sorry, what did you say, Johnny?
Why don't we go talk to a neighbour?
Well, you
Can
could,
we?
but it's mainly
They're
offices.
knocking on doors.
It's just offices around here now.
Oh.
Can you describe the outside of the house?
I guess-
Is there just one entrance in, or... I mean, I know we've got the
Who are
key.
you
is
asking?
it-
We've
is
got a picture of it.
I can show you the photo of it again if you want.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec.
I was going to say, we haven't, we haven't got anyone to get that information off unless we go to that cigarette guy again.
No, but we can see it
Yeah,
now.
There's a lot.
We're stood outside, so...
So that was like, is
That's
that
what we
like a what do you call it, like a wooden terrace at the back?
I mean, there's only one way in basically that you're going to be able to use. Anyway.
Okay.
One way
Right,
in,
let's do it.
one way out.
Let's do it. Let's stop beating around the bush.
Straight in.
Okay, sure. So, the brick building
Building.
is the brick. I'll give you the description of the place. The brick building is overshadowed by tall and new office buildings on either side. The house fronts the street. In the rear are overgrown plants and half-collapsed arbor. Access to the rear exit on either side of the access to the rear exists on either side of the residence. Studying the house, the observer is impressed by the way the house seems to withdraw into the shadows cast by the flanking buildings and how the blank curtained windows hide all understanding of what lies within.
Creepy.
Should we knock?
The front
Or
door.
is it empty?
You can, hold on a sec.
Straight in.
Well, we've got the keys, so yeah, let's go in.
Yeah, the front door's locked, but you've got the keys. So
Let's go.
Alright, let's go in. I got a key.
okay,
Oh.
right. So here is where things are gonna get
Unlock the door.
right. Oh no, not that.
What the fuck is this?
No, that's not. You didn't find that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So have you got a blank page now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I'm gonna have to freehand the map. Actually, I should have plugged a mouse into this thing.
Oh, gosh.
So you come in at the ground floor, which is like this. This is the because you come in through the door and there's a corridor running all the way down. With because you're gonna come in on the left hand side of this map. And
Okay.
the corridor is a bunch of. You're enjoying this map.
Don't put pressure on him, guys. Let him draw his map.
He's shaking.
Well, it's because I'm doing it on a thingy, a touchpad.
Oh my god.
Like, what view? Is this like a bird's eye view?
Yeah,
Is
this is a plan view. Once
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
finished.
bird's eye view, Askew. And obviously,
doorways.
he has. Yeah, they're doorways, and we haven't seen in there yet, so we don't know what it looks like, I'm
So
assuming.
yeah, this is just a corridor basically. You're coming in from the left-hand side, and to your left you can see 3 doorways and a staircase, and on the right there's two main doorways and then a doorway down into the basement, and there's there's stairway up and the basement down at the end of the corridor.
Okay,
We
let's
know
go.
what could be in the basement.
Right, volunteers for the basement.
We can't go. Surely not the basement.
No, I don't think we'll bother with the basement just now.
Let's check the rooms sequentially. Kind of like military style, you know, we'll clear the main floor and then,
I think we should leave the basement until last, just in case.
yeah.
Okay, so which room do you want to go in?
Okay.
So let's go on
First
the
one on the right.
First one on the right.
Yeah.
So that is this room here, which is
I'm anxious.
so.
Is it okay for me? Is it okay for me to smoke inside the house?
Well, it's just you guys here, so.
Okay.
Go for it.
So you walk
I
into
refuse.
the living room. Everything's kind of like everything looks like it's almost in order, except obviously there's a layer of dust on everything. There's a radio, there's a couch, there's chairs. The only thing that really stands out, though, is that there's just a really inordinate amount of crosses attached to the wall. Lots of Catholic artifacts, lots of stuff just hung up and stuck there, and I guess like to a level that makes you think this isn't just somebody who's a bit, religious. And above the fireplace is a big painting of a sort of very regal-looking gentleman.
Who's this nerd?
I'm a historian. Could I've got historian skill? Could I kind of roll just to kind of try and remember, see if I've seen anything or know what era it's from or anything like that?
As you approach the painting, you start feeling incredibly uncomfortable, just like something like is gnawing inside your head. Sorry?
Is this all of us or just him?
Just Asky, because Asky's the one investigating. Just Julian. Julian's investigating and starts to feel like not like pain, not like intense pain, just like very very uncomfortable. The closer you get to the painting.
Can I touch the pin?
You can touch the painting. I need you to roll a D100, please.
That's never good. If you've got to roll for something,
rest in peace.
Here it comes.
Can I use my doctor skills to help him out?
Oh no, actually.
Too late. He's rolled.
Oh no, you're okay, but only just you feel like.
Okay, in what way?
Well, that was a sanity roll I was running on you there. That would so anyway, that could have been really bad for you if the roll had gone a bit higher, because your sanity's 60.
Okay,
We do have a doctor. We do have a doctor with us.
So anyway, so you touch as you touch the painting, you can feel that it's not natural and not right, and like your whole arm, the closer it gets to the painting, feels like incredibly like things crawling up it. This painting is not a nice painting. I mean,
Can I check, does my sanity score reset?
No, your sanity. Well, you
now sit at 53.
Your sanity score's fine. That was just a roll against your sanity.
Okay.
Did you say you had?
Yeah, it doesn't change. Every roll has the same chance of succeeding and failing.
Which character are you? I'm just checking your character.
Julian.
Did you say you had history? Yeah,
Yes.
Do you want to give me another roll?
Mhm.
Yeah. Of a D100?
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Sorry, I didn't.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You get some information. I just don't have it handy. I need to just look it up. Give me 2 seconds.
I wish I'd never touched it now.
I was very surprised after I told you it was creepy that you were.
If you need anyone,
sick thing, isn't it?
if you need anyone to talk to, I've got a listen skill.
Oh, nice. Why don't you go put your ear up against it, Johnny?
Put your ear to the painting.
Okay, so you've never seen this picture before, Julian, but you do know the art style. You know it's definitely of an artist named Nelson Blakely. You've heard of him before, but you can't remember why. It was definitely something you covered while you were at university. So it may be something that when you leave you want to look up later.
Don't touch that paint, anyone.
Everyone else is like desperate too.
Everyone. Right, so is that all for this room, or? I don't like it.
That's all we've got so far. Yeah.
Okay, so are we aware that he's just had that mental little episode?
Yeah, you watched him do it. You watched him feeling
us?
really weird and then like freaking out as he touched the painting.
Alright, okay. Alright, cool. Whoa.
Are you okay?
Is there anything you can tell us from the crosses? Are they up the correct way, or are they like tilted?
Yeah,
or...
they just seem like the small sort of mini ones, and they're just all stuck to the wall. As I say, there's not like an insane amount. There's just a bit too many of them. Enough you start going. This is a little too many crosses. Sorry.
Are they just randomly placed, or are they in a pattern?
They're all like on hooks on the wall, basically. Sort of. They're not in any particular.
Do you think there could be something behind the painting?
Well, it did only affect me, but apparently...
You're the one who went near it.
Yeah, no one else went near it.
Okay.
Well, who's got the best mental fortitude?
Don't
I've got
touch
points
it
in
either.
throwing. I'll throw that motherfucker.
Yeah, could you like throw something at it?
So,
It might suck us in like a black hole or something.
Right, should we try and move it? Who's up for the job? Who's got the best mental fortitude?
I'm not touching that thing.
That's
You already
Constitution,
did,
isn't
you were
it? That's
fine.
con, isn't it?
No, I nearly went insane. Just by touching a pin.
I like that you watched him do it.
Should we leave?
Johnny and Johnny and Kieran have the best Constitution if you want to mess with it.
Right, I think we can always come
Let's
back.
come back
I
to
think we
it.
should
Let's
look-
come back, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got good points in navigating. We'll be able to find it
So-
again.
is there another door on this room? Did you
Yeah. There's
play that picture?
this. You can see from this room. You can see into the dining room next to it.
Okay, yeah,
We'll go
let's
in
go.
there. Let's go in there.
Okay. So.
I nearly drew with biro onto my monitor. I nearly started writing on the map. I'm not even kidding. I'm insane.
So the dining room has a huge mahogany table, sideboards, chairs everywhere. 3 places are set for a meal, and there is rice soup in a big bowl in the middle, and it's just rotting away. It's like the Mary Celestia, like a meal was already laid out, but nobody's here to eat it. Like they left in a hurry.
Right,
Someone have a
that's
taste.
that's disgusting. I'm gonna go outside for a smoke. 'Cause I need to be right back. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a smoke. Not in real life, in the game.
Okay. Trent goes for a smoke. Zav smokes in the house. He can give a
Fair
shit.
enough, we're gonna touch the pin.
So what do
I
you?
do what I
So
want.
While he's smoking, what are you guys doing?
nothing else in this room.
I mean, you can look around, but it's just actually, I'll tell you what. While you're waiting for Trent to finish his cigarette, you can hear banging above you, like the floorboards above you are just like banging away.
It could be
Someone's
right.
gone rapid.
Yeah, but it's not constant. It's just a couple of bangs and then it stops, and you can definitely hear noises from like directly above you.
Can we shout? Is there anyone in here?
There shouldn't be.
You shout and
I think it's
you
worth asking.
you hear the echoes and nothing comes back.
Okay. Let's move on to the next room.
Okay, so do you want to keep going that same way?
Well, what if Carlo comes in looking for us here?
Wait, Trent, we're going to the
We should
next
see
room.
us in the next room.
Anyway, you can go.
We're just going through the room next door.
Yeah, you're into the kitchen now, basically. I'm just drawing it. This is
We're getting closer to the basement. I don't like it.
well,
It's alright, it's
the
alright.
basement's back out in the hallway. You're in the kitchen right now. So, kitchen.
Badly built.
Don't touch any kitchen knives. Someone killed themselves with a kitchen knife. Don't touch anything.
So it's
alright.
What have we got in here?
It's a conventional kitchen with icebox, wood-fed stove, and oven, plus a meager larder. Some of the food might be edible, but I mean, there's some tin stuff still in there. But most of the stuff that's not been protected has certainly been looks like it's been eaten by rats. I was trying to think what else is in here. It's just like window. There's like an old fuse box there. There's just it's just all lots of just crap all over the walls kind of thing.
I don't think we need. Do
Doesn't
we
sound
have
like
any
there's much
form
here.
of weapons on us or anything?
Sorry,
Are you carrying anything, Johnny? Or like
John,
weapons?
Johnny
You have
does
weapons?
carry. Johnny and Carlo
You're
both.
packing.
Johnny carries a sword.
The reason I ask, because if there's knives around, I don't really want to touch a knife, but just so we know, in case.
Yeah, it's
Shouldn't
alright.
they could have stabbed the painting.
I've got a sword.
I'm just gonna paint.
Carlo carries a handgun as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
With how many rounds?
He's got 6 in the chamber and 24 in his pocket.
Oh, he's loaded.
Do you have sleight of hand skill? Just Call of Duty.
But funny, because I do have sleight of hand, but I don't have any gun skills.
Well, you can reload for him. You can.
Oh, 2 man up. Reload! Ah!
Okay. Let's go to the room closest to the.
What did I miss?
You
We went to the
dead.
kitchen.
So Trent, sorry,
There was nothing here.
Trent walks through and he sees you guys messing around in the kitchen. You're all just staring at Zav's sword.
Yeah. What's this sword?
That's the weapon he carries.
Why is exactly what it sounds like. There's a sword. Sword on him.
Have
you always had that on you?
Yeah.
You're trapped. Jesus Christ. Why have you got your sword out?
We were just checking each other's weapons.
Wanted to show you.
Alright. Check.
Very good.
Alright, okay. So I didn't miss much. No.
No, there was nothing in the dining room at all. We're in the kitchen now.
Anyone try that dodgy food?
No.
No.
While you were gone, there was some banging on the floor above us.
And we shouted, but there was no response. Just 'cause I thought.
Right, so we're in that third room now.
Yeah, you're in the kitchen.
Can we still hear the banging in here or not?
The bang stopped, actually.
Yeah. Right.
You guys are just imagining things.
Okay, let's go to the first room on the left by the entrance.
Right, so back to the entrance first left. Okay.
Okay, so the first room on the left.
That was a long cigarette, Carlo. Just saying.
So this is a store.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'll draw this room out actually.
I've been smoking mine since the cigarette shop. What are you talking about?
It was a cigar, ask you. I mean, Julian.
So this is rooms filled with boxes. This is a storeroom basically. It's got.
I'm going to call you Nelson. Oh.
It's got boxes full of junk, rusted water tank, old bicycles, and at the end of the room there's a cupboard that's boarded shut.
Right. I touched the painting last time.
Well, Trent, you've got a crowbar. Oh no, that's throwing. Sorry, my mistake. I thought you said crowbar for something.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah. I have a sword.
Does any of us have any tools on us?
One of you actually has a tool, but I don't think it's going to help.
Boarded shut, he said.
What?
Well,
Kieran's wrench.
Kiriel's got a wrench, but I don't think that's going to help.
Kieran got a wrench?
Yeah.
Why are you carrying a wrench around with you?
I don't know. YOLO.
I mean, you can.
So what was in here again?
So this is a storeroom. There's loads of crappy boxes filled with like junk that looks like it should be ready to thrown out. Things like old rusted water tanks and bicycles that are beyond repair. The only really noticeable thing is this big cupboard at the end that's just got boards over it, like nailed shut.
Can Kieran repair one of the bikes, just in case we need a getaway vehicle?
Let me just check his skill.
How many bikes are there?
There was some kind of repair skill, wasn't there? Mechanical repair. Do you want to give it a roll?
Sure. What am I rolling? D100?
Yes, please.
How many bikes are there?
This I don't know. Hold on, we'll find out in a second.
Oh.
Karen just
bikes
look. I'll tell you what happens. Karen picks up one of the bikes, like by the frame, and all of the parts drop to the floor around him, and he's just like, nope.
Hey, wait a minute. In the kitchen, you said there was a fuse box, yeah?
Yeah.
The lights on in here.
Would there be any reason for Kieran to repair that?
Sorry, what? Well, I mean, you haven't even investigated the fuse box, so who knows?
Oh, okay.
Well,
You're very quiet all of a sudden, Johnny.
What?
You're very quiet.
No, it's
You're
fine.
quiet.
It's fine.
Oh, I don't know. My mic is
It's fine.
That's better.
fluctuating.
So how bright are all the lights on and stuff?
I mean,
all switches work.
well, you haven't tried them yet, but it's daytime. You've come here pretty early in the morning, so it's like the place is pretty well lit
so
through
we
the
can
windows.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell us if in case it starts getting dark? Because I don't want to be here when it's dark without knowing if lights.
Try the lights now.
You've only been here like
Yeah.
15 minutes, But you can try one of the light
Press the
switches.
light.
You try one of the light switches, it works fine.
Okay.
See? No problem. No problem.
What do you think we should do about this boarded up cupboard? Should we investigate a little bit more and then come back to it? Or should we open it once?
Do it.
Let's
Do
throw
we
the
get
paint
creeped out
in.
when we walk up to it?
Sorry, what do you want to do?
Yeah. If we walk up to it, do we feel weird or anything?
No,
like that?
it just feels like a cupboard,
There's been
Can we
boarded.
take
It up, someone.
Should we open
We'd smash the side panel or something.
You can
We
treat.
probably shouldn't. Let's ignore it.
When you say it's boarded shut, is it locked? Because I've got a locksmith.
No, it's not locked. It's not locked. There are 2 big planks of wood that are nailed over the front of it to keep it closed.
Okay, there's usually
We go and buy a hammer.
there's usually a good reason.
You can go buy a hammer if you want.
Yeah, I agree with Johnny.
Let's leave it
Alright, okay.
for now.
Okay. What?
Room?
Okay. Next room? Next room.
Okay. I'll draw the next room. God, that's the worst one yet. This is another storage room. These are quite thin rooms. You know, you couldn't really like do much in here. This one's just absolutely full of like broken up furniture, like tables and chairs. They've all been smashed up, like they're there for like probably for firewood, you'd guess.
Okay.
There's not a lot else in here though. It is just lots of pieces of wood. If you want to take some wood, feel free to take some wood.
You don't need it.
Nah.
I don't need wood at the minute.
Haunted
Let's
wood.
try the last room now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last room is here. This is just
Am I still
Where's
really?
that door lead?
that's
You're right,
What,
Johnny.
Johnny?
So this room, oh sorry, no. So this is the mud room. This has got like overcoats, galoshes, hats, umbrellas, all that kind of stuff. There's a big bag of coal there for the and a freestanding stove as well. And you notice the side door, which would go out the back, is secured with 3 bolts and 2 locks.
Locksmith.
I'm gonna
Wow,
go
there's
straight
no
in
point
with
opening
that.
that. We can just go outside and go round.
You could go. You could just go round.
I'd piss around. Yeah, like there's no point pissing around with
Well,
that.
in case we need to run the fuck out.
Yeah,
I like this.
You got ghosts don't exist, guys. Stop being ridiculous.
What? Why are you in my company then?
Because he's your mate.
What did you say there, Johnny?
Because you're asking me.
Julian should unlock the locks, and then we can leave the bolts if need be. Because then, if we do need to escape, then we can just undo the bolts and then bolt.
Yeah, alright, okay, that's worth doing.
Shall I roll D20, D10?
Hold on a sec. Let me just check your locksmith. Your locksmith. Good luck on this. You're gonna need to roll me there's 2 locks, so give me a D100 for each lock.
And what's his locksmithing chance? Like 40?
21. He has to get under 21.
For fuck's sake. Well, there's one lock that's fucked, and there's another lock that's fucked.
Okay,
I
so
told you this is
so one of the locks you just fail. The other lock you break the lockpick in the lock, and that lock's never coming open.
Okay, well we can
Sorry,
always
guys.
fantastic.
You're not mechanical repair it. No, I'm joking.
Can I just fucking boot the door open?
If you want to try boot the door open, you can.
Oh, really?
Snap my leg or something? No, I'm booting the
Can we-
door open.
Okay, just
Can
give
we
me.
combine, like, Carlos boxing and my brawling?
You can both. If you
I'm
want
booting the door open.
Do you want to kick open at the same time, or just one of you?
Do it at the same time.
Well,
no, definitely.
Yeah, same time. What's the difference?
Okay, give me D100s each then.
I don't know how
Tatsumaki.
to do this. No, that's not 100. I can't spell.
Oh, epic.
Fucking nailed that door!
Hold on a sec.
Dunk!
What's Kieran's? Kieran's only just
You broke
made
the
it.
leg.
Yeah, no, Kieran just made it because he would have been 50 on strength check. So yeah, anyway, the combined weight, you managed to kick through a big chunk of the door. Like it's not completely come free, but like there's enough shatters, for you to get through if you really want to get back out into the garden. But there is fuck all of the door left. But the locks are still there. Askew's lock is still there, totally intact.
Right,
Let's check the fuse box.
what are we gonna tell Mr. Knott? That we just smashed his fucking door?
No, we'll just tell him like it was like that when we came here.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
alright,
Because the
okay.
locks are still there. The locks are still there.
It was lockpicked from the inside and we have the key.
My plan. Yeah, we didn't try the key.
Oh,
Okay, you had the keys, by the way.
The key, man.
Just guys,
amazing!
guys.
Amazing!
I've got the key.
What university did we go to? Like,
Oh.
Right, if
Wow.
it makes you feel any better, guys, I don't think this key would fit that door anyway, so...
Not anymore.
Doesn't matter.
Or when Mr. Knott says, why did you kick the door down? We'll be like, why the hell would we kick the door down? We've got a key.
Yeah.
What kind of idiots would do that?
I want to check the fuse box.
Right, come on.
Okay.
Let's all go together.
Okay. So you all head back to.
Oh, okay. I'm scared.
Sorry, I was running there. I was too excited.
Okay. So
Slow motion.
you open up the fuse box, and it's old kind of it's not the modern sort of breaker box. It's fuse wire. Do you guys know this, where you just have a piece of wire wrapped over the thing?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I don't.
Can I just say, Kieran? Sorry. Can I just say, if you mess this up, because you might, I don't know what your skill is.
We're not going to have any lights.
Could go off entirely.
okay.
No, I want to look at the fuse box. I don't know what's in it.
Just describing it. So there are fuses
Don't
for
fucking
each
touch
different areas for the upstairs, the downstairs, the basement, the the electrics and things like that for like the ovens and stuff. Most of them are fine, but for the one for the basement, the fuse wire has snapped. The spare fuse wire here. So the way you fix this, if you've never fixed this kind of fuse box, is you pull the block out, you replace the wire, and plug it back in. So you could fix this fuse box pretty easily if you want the power back on in the basement.
Or would that cause the lights to go out while we're fixing it?
No, it's a fuse box. It's only going to.
No, we didn't.
It's only going to.
Well, we try and fix it then.
Do you want to try?
Let's fix it when we're ready to go downstairs. Leave it for now. Let's check upstairs.
We did hear banging upstairs. Weapons
Exactly.
drawn.
Actually, just as you say that, the
Weapons
banging
drive.
starts again. By the way,
Ugh.
it's just a few bangs and then it stops. But then.
Right.
Is it directly
How
above
loud?
us?
Is this like tapping, or is this like someone fucking braying the floor with their face?
It's like someone running. It's like someone walking around. They're not like heavy-handedly stomping around. It's not like thundering, and it's not really like tapping. It's kind of somewhere in the middle.
It's not like someone kicking through a door.
No, it's not. It's not like someone kicking through a door that they've broke the lock on.
Shut up, Zach.
Can someone try and intimidate by like saying, "Who's there?" in like a demanding voice?
Sure, you can do it. I mean, Carlo's probably your best man for that.
Oh, for fuck's
Just shout.
Right, I go
around
up to
for
the
that.
basement.
Who's there?
I go to the stairs. Don't go up them. I go to the bottom of the stairs and shout up the stairs. Here, is there anyone up there?
And can you give me a roll for that?
100.
Yeah, please.
By the way, I'm lagging slightly behind. Like everything looks fine, but everything I say will be a bit like 3-4 seconds
That's
late.
fine.
I can hear your voice coming from someone else's headset.
Okay, so the darkness in the house is very intimidated, but has nothing to say on the matter.
Yeah, I told you that's stupid. Told you there's no one up there,
That's a good idea.
Julian.
I assure you, the cobwebs are the spiders are bricking it. So
Right, we should go up, but we should definitely have the weapons ready.
okay, that's
So
good.
a weapons guy's
Alright.
going at the front?
That's Carlo and Jared. Right.
I've got the gun.
So I'm going to start drawing the upstairs floor now. You guys are going upstairs.
I'm gonna go open a window.
Can you draw my gun?
Sure.
That's not my gun.
It's as big as the floor.
That's a terrible guy.
It's the size of the staircase.
My sword.
Sorry, I need to finish drawing this.
You want to draw my sword whilst you're at it?
Yeah, sure.
Looks like a banana.
Freaking scimitar.
Right.
Right.
So there's this door. There is this door. There is this door, and there is this door. So you've just come up the stairs, and there are now 4 doors around here.
Okay, let's
Right,
not go.
well, let's have...
There's some cunts in there.
What's that green?
Ask you to draw on it.
That's Drawing.
I say we peek our heads in there. That's where the banging came from. We need to have a look.
Which one are you putting your heads into? The banging, by the
Where
way,
did the banging come from?
The banging came above the. Hold on a sec. Sorry, I need to double check which room it is.
Yeah. That one.
So can I erase my drawing here?
Sorry, I'm just a little
How do you
distracted.
even fucking draw him?
Okay, actually, the banging actually came from no, the banging came from the door where Askew's green shit is.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
I was right.
But I thought it was above the dining room. But anyway, okay.
It sounded like it, but it was probably well. I'm telling you now, it wasn't. So I was wrong earlier.
Yeah.
How do you erase?
Gotta get white.
Oh.
Cool.
Transparent. There we go.
The music
That's
fans
like-
there, they'll be able to read that.
Doesn't matter anyway. Should we...
Right. Let's peek our heads in. Gun drawn. I peek my head round the corner.
So you're looking in.
Wait, are the lights on? I check that first.
Yeah, the lights are all on. So are you putting your head in? You're looking into the first door down the corridor on the left, right?
Yeah. If I get decapitated, it's you guys' freaking fault.
Okay, so I'll just draw the room in.
I'm so scared. I'm not kidding.
So it's just a bedroom, you know. You go in there. It looks, if anything, it looks like a bedroom that's not used because it's got a bed frame. There's a dresser. There's drawers. There's all the curtains, rug, all that kind of stuff. But there's no real personal artifacts in here. You know, if you'd have to guess, this was the spare room because you know most usually a bedroom's got some sign of the person living in there.
Right. I'm checking every corner first, looking under the bed. I'm clearing that room, making sure there is nothing weird in there.
Okay, so as you start to touch the bed, the window rattles.
Oh God.
The window starts to rattle. That's all.
Shoot at the window. No, I don't. I don't. I should, out of panic. I almost do, but the safety's on.
Okay. So what now? The window's rattling. What do you
Right,
want?
this lot, you can fucking...
What are we
dunno.
doing?
I almost shot
I want to
it.
look out the window.
There's nothing in that room then. It's just a small storage room. But that's
Anything on
where
the
banging came
windowsill?
from.
It's not storage. It's a spare bedroom essentially. It's just So.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, the window's sort of rattling away on its own.
Well, let's.
It's still rattling. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
just once.
It's not just once. It's like rattling away. Like it's like it's in a storm, but it's not. You can see outside. It's a sunny day, but the window's rattling. Like it's being hit by a storm.
Okay.
Are they in the room with me, or have I just gone in solo?
Well, ask them.
Right, I'm gonna come running in because Carlo.
Get the hell in here.
Friend sounds. I'm in.
What the fuck is that noise? Horrified. Yeah.
Okay, so as we approach the window, what happens?
So you're going to the window.
Your approach.
All of us at the same time.
No.
All at the same
I'm
time?
No. Kinry will approach
I'm
the
still aiming
window.
at it with my gun.
Oh, what? Oh.
Let me see. I need to look at your skills here. Sorry. Can you give me a roll, Kieran?
Oh, 100.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
yes, please.
It's for my window opening skills.
Nice knowing you, Kieran.
So that doesn't work. Right.
Trent, get ready to kill him.
I'm gonna die.
So as you approach the window, the bed the window stops rattling and the bed flips up on its end and then launches at you.
Whoa,
Which one of us?
Okay.
No, at Kimril.
Can I try and cut the bed?
I was going to say, can I just shoulder barge it away from him?
You have time to get away.
Actually, I think he's already just failed that.
His agility.
I don't see how generous you're going to
dear.
be here. What's your because your dex is pretty high, isn't it? So
70.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be generous because you got a really high dex. If you can make a dex roll, then I'll give you another chance at getting a dodge roll. You basically missed spotting your chance to get out of this, but I'm gonna give you another chance. So give me another D100.
Okay.
Good luck.
Oh fuck.
Look, boss.
Oh shit.
No. So you didn't spot it coming, and you failed a dexterity check, so you didn't even manage to move quick enough. So this bed just slams straight into you and slams you straight through the window.
Oh shit!
I think we
And so this all happens pretty fucking quick. So you guys can't do anything. Can you give me a D6, please?
Me?
Yeah, Kirill, D6, please. Oh, that was good at least. You take 3 hit points of damage and find yourself on the grass outside, covered in your own blood.
Right, we need to go straight down to make sure he's okay.
Johnny first. Johnny first. Go.
I'm going to modify your hit points for you. You're down to 7.
Okay.
7, jeez.
Are you okay?
Yes,
a little bit bad,
We're all
but...
outside with him now.
Where's he bleeding from?
Sorry. Also, all of you need to do me fucking how does this work? Give me a D. Give me a D. Can all of you give me a D100 roll, please, as well?
Oh god. Oh, look at that beast roll from me. Wrecked.
Who's not doing this? Ask you. No. I've got.
He did.
I'm just above.
Who am I missing here? I'm missing Kieran on here.
Danny to roll one as well.
Yeah, please, all of you, yeah.
Alright.
Fucking hell, Kieran.
Not lucky now. But I know how to sweet talk people, but I don't know how to survive.
Hold on a sec. I need to check. So this was a sanity check, because of, like what you've just witnessed. Basically, you just witnessed a paranormal thing. The rest of you were like not too freaked out by it, but I guess having just been thrown through a window, Karen wasn't so cool about it.
Wait, can use his parrot psychology?
Doesn't help this. Karen, can you also give me a D? Can you roll a D4, please, as well?
A D4.
Yeah.
Oh, Kieran, you're in trouble, man.
Yes. Okay, that's not too bad. You're just going to lose 1 sanity point for this. I'm just going to take you down to 59. So that's not too bad. But you are very freaked out right now, and you're bloodied up. You're lying in the grass outside.
Like, what the fuck just happened?
So shall I give him first aid and whatnot?
Yeah, I've got first aid, don't I?
Nothing's going to happen.
Nothing.
Well, you could get him back on his feet, but nothing's going to get him hit points back today. He needs medical. He needs medical treatment. He needs bed rest to get hit points back.
Right, but he's not going to lose any more by the. I need to give him first aid.
No, no, he's fine. He's like it hit. The thing is, he got hit, but he didn't get hit. He didn't take a lot of damage. First aid would, if he'd like been really cut up by that, then maybe first aid would be appropriate. But right now he's just like scratched up and bloodied and stuff, and a bit bruised from being thrown out of a window. But he's not in critical danger.
Can you
I'm
look
popping
around
up.
the house with us?
Did I get a scar from this I can add to my profile?
Yeah, sure, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'll
I
do
don't
it.
think he really wants bed rest after being.
Johnny's
Yeah,
quiet.
can we send him home?
I'm really quiet.
Yeah, you were. But sorry, what did you say?
I don't know why he keeps fluctuating. Piece
Is that
of
an
shit.
Xbox 360 headset?
It is.
Yeah.
So, what do you say, Johnny?
I'm going to treat you to a headset.
Don't worry.
Okay.